Hello everyone. Well, we got a Pioneer 1420 here that I'm just starting to tear apart and just gonna kind of put it together, mostly stock, and then get it in the wood, cut with it, see how it does, and then port it and maybe play around with it a bit, see if we can make a bit of a hot rod out of it. So come check it out here. I'll show you this. A new beer, cheap, made in Alberta. Good stuff. Okay, so here it is. Can you see this? There she is. Right there. So, I'm going to change all the fuel lines, and I think I'm going to get rid of this thing here. It's like an extra fuel filter, but I don't think I need it. The primer, I don't know if it's going to work. It'd be nice to keep it, but if I put a different carb on it, I'll probably have a carburetor on it anyway. Or, a choke on it anyway. So yeah, going to get her going here, and it's got all the ingredients to be a hot rod, this thing. Built in 1966, they only made it for 1 year. Although other models seem to have the same flywheel, the same coil, they just mounted it in a different spot on the saw. This one has it mounted up by the front of the recoil and up here, and some of them have them towards the back. So it's got a manual oiler, and it's got a cool exhaust on it. Dual port exhaust right from the factory, chrome. Geez, they don't build them like they used to. Just a really cool, mean looking saw. So yeah, we're gonna continue on with it, and I don't think I'm gonna show all the video of me messing around with it. I'm gonna get all the work done and then see if it runs, and or how good it runs, and then we'll get it in the wood. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I gotta show you this. So I took the carb off and the reed block and everything. So look at this. It's got dual stage reeds. Like I don't know if that was a Pioneer.
Okay, I thought it was dual stage reeds, like you see that smaller reed, but it's not. That's just to stiffen up the reed itself. So I don't know if those are stock reeds or what, but anyway, a Boyson dual stage reed will have like a hole underneath that little reed. You can see the smaller and then the larger reed, and they'll have a hole there, and then one can open before the other. One's softer and one's stiffer, so then it has good bottom end power, and it's still stiff enough for your over rev. So anyways, that's that.
Thing, or if these are some old school Boyson reeds. I mean, they're metal reeds, but still, that's pretty cool. They're super tight. This saw, I don't think it has much use on it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this. Let me see if I can this camera. Can you see that? I don't think you're gonna be able to see it. Anyway, the tolerance is in, like, from the crankshaft to the case. It's crazy. There's like maybe 5/1000ths of an inch maximum. It's just super, super tight in there. I've never seen them run that tight before. So it's really, really well built. Carb. Sorry, I'm just using my other camera here. There's the primer. I took it all apart. Where is it? Anyway, somewhere in there. I took the primer all apart, and it was just full of gunk. Like, this is what came out of it, if you can see that. Just like tar. Went right back to dinosaur goo. Yeah, it's cool how everything was built back then. Just so well built. So simple, but so solid. Anyway, we're going to continue on here. And put it any fuel line on it. And then I'll have to pull the carb apart and get it all that. Stay tuned. Okay, well, quick shot of the what it looks like with this recoil cover off. Got a pretty it's built really solid. I'm surprised how light it is for how many pieces there are and how big they are. But anyway, I'm gonna try and pull this top reed block cover off, and I think you gotta pull this oil pump off first. But yeah, I haven't really checked to see if it's got spark yet. We're gonna dive in a little deeper. I want to change all the oil lines and everything. The oiler does appear to be working though, or wants to work, so. Well, there it is. Cover off. Cool little unit. Okay, well, we adjusted the points here. And look at this. Uh-oh. Look at that. Let me get a better ground here. I've got it off now. There we go. Nice spark. Okay, here we go. Good spark now. Should get on a run there. Okay, well, we got a bit of a mess going on here, but she's just got to put. She's ready to fire. Just got to put some fuel in it, and you know, this thing was 16 to 1. That's what it says on the cap, but we're gonna go 32 to 1, and that should be plenty enough oil for this old girl. 16 to 1 was when, like it says right on the cap here, on the air filter cover. You know, like 30 weight engine oil, I think is what it was. Yeah, SA 30 or 40. So that's when they didn't. This thing's so old, they didn't even. I don't think they had two-stroke oil at this point. They were just kind of. They might have been just coming out with it, but. Anyways, there's the carb. I got the carb all cleaned and adjusted up there. It. It's got the mixer screws at one turn out each. So. Oh, and then I got rid of that. This thing here. This extra little filter. I think I can do that. I don't see why not. So it just draws from the tank and makes a little loop. And goes like that. We got our spark. I've got no choke. This thing for the primer there. You're gonna need a diaphragm. I don't think you can get them. I'll have to see what the original ones look like, and maybe I can make one. Anyway, so we're gonna go and put some fuel in it, and we'll try to fire it up. Probably the first time this thing's ran in decades, because the fuel, you should have seen the fuel, like it was right. The fuel was like solid black. It was just like silicone, almost like rubber. That's how old. That's how long it's been since this thing ran. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I took this out too. Muffler modder right from the get-go. I just don't want it. I want all the carbon. I cleaned out the muffler as best I could, but I want all the carbon getting out of this thing, because I don't want anything being sucked back into the engine there. Okay, let's put some fuel in this thing. Okay, well, here we go. I'm going to give her the old mustard here. I wish I had garlic, but I just got the mustard. So this thing hasn't, like I said, hasn't ran. I haven't tried to even fire it yet. We'll give her a good drink. It's been a while since she's had a drink. There, now you can see the mustard. Okay, let's see what happens here. Where'd she go? Oh, is that on? Yeah, that's on. fuel yet. Oh, here comes the fuel. Here comes the fuel. A little more mustard. Oh, there she goes. Okay. The fuel is there now. Too much. Adjust the mixture screws. Okay, we're back here, folks. Oh, that's warm. Okay, so we'll blow it a little bit here. See what happens. Oh man, I can't wait to get that thing in the wood. It's crazy. 1966. Probably hasn't ran in 30 years, something like that. Yeah. Old Pioneer, they don't make them like they used to. We'll go put a bar and chain on this thing. Take her in the woods. Look at that, folks. She's got a K&N on her now. I found this filter, pre-filter, K&N pre-filter, and it had a hole in it somewhere. I cut it out. Oh, there it is. Anyways, it had a hole in it. I just found it on the ground there. can't remember where the heck it was, but it might come in handy one day, and well, looks like it's going to. This is the stock filter. All the filter, whatever fiber was well, it all blew away. It was just falling off of there. So, and there's pieces of metal from the screen that kind of could come out. I could put it underneath there and then put this thing over top. We'll see. I'm gonna try it just with this filter for now. Lighten her up a bit.